Alright, so The Predator is out now. So this is my Predator spoiler talk, or spoiler review, spoiler video. That's a spoiler warning. If you haven't seen The Predator, you probably shouldn't watch this. If you don't give a shit, well, stick around and watch it. It's YouTube. It's gonna get buried in terms of views and hits anyway, which means those of you who watch it, you're the real fans. You sought this shit out. And as always, this isn't gonna be a play-by-play, just gonna jump around and talk about some spoilers, things I couldn't talk about before. So The Predator starts out, you see a Predator ship on the run from another Predator ship. He creates a wormhole. He comes to Earth, which is actually kind of cool. You find out this Predator's on the run from his government, pretty much. So what is this now, an espionage Predator spy movie? Which is a question. What's the better spy comedy? Spy or The Predator? Comment below, let me know. Ship crash lands, he starts killing main dude's unit. And main dude says, hey, I saw an alien. Mails all the shit to his P.O. box, which ends up at his house and his kid gets it. Kills a guy accidentally, which is pretty gratifying when the kid, it's Halloween, so the kid's wearing the Predator helmet. This guy's a dick and he throws something at the kid's helmet and then the rocket just goes, kabam, just blows the dude up. I was like, that's amazing, because we all got picked on in school, right? If we had that tech, we probably would have used it, which is probably why we should never have it. Which, if we're gonna get real for a second, the kid's now gonna have to deal with the fact that he's gonna feel responsible for killing that guy. Probably not gonna feel good about it. He obviously doesn't view death as a good thing. He even talks with his dad about death. So when the rocket goes back, blows the dude up, kid's probably gonna need therapy. But it's a comedy, so we're not supposed to think about that stuff, so let's just go on, I guess. And when he mails the Predator tech to his kid, he swallows the little Predator tech ball that turns people invisible. I guess it's the ball that does it, but he just gulps it down, which it establishes this dude's not the brains of the operation. He's not the smart one of the family, his kid is. That's still pretty irresponsible. Why'd you swallow it? Why didn't you just mail it back with the rest of the tech you were mailing to your P.O. box? Why'd you swallow that? That's a piece of alien tech off of an alien from an alien world. How radioactive is that thing? Your body could have had a very adverse reaction to it. Turned out fine for him in the end, but it could have just as easily been like, down the hatch. Swallowed an alien tech ball. A little tingly, but, you know, other than that, all in all, I feel pretty good. I just don't feel like that's a smart thing to do. So they think the threat is the normal Predator that we see because the Predator slaughtered a whole room of people, including Gary Busey's kid, Jake Busey. Jake Busey's character in this movie plays the son of Gary Busey's character in Predator 2. So after slaughterhousing all these people, you find out that's what Predators do, is they take the best warriors on a planet and they kind of annex their DNA into a predator, and now they kind of adopt their traits, I guess. Which is fascinating. Is that what they've been doing this whole time? Is that what they were doing in Predators also? Did they do that to the aliens? Like, they fought and killed aliens? I don't think this movie goes on AVP lore. I believe it's just Predator and Predator 2, because they reference Predator and Predator 2. At the end of Predator 2, there's that alien skull in the skull cage. Did they get the traits from aliens? In which case, do they have acid blood? They don't. Because someone touches the Predator's blood in here, I would imagine that would be the most advantageous trait of an alien. This is where I find out that someone somewhere said that that's actually not an alien skull. So now this franchise is doing that thing where the later movies are changing lore and motivation, which means looking back, it changes the context of the previous movies. Last Jedi kind of ran into that with me, and so that's what Predator's now gonna run into with me. But Big Predator pummels Little Predator and rips his head off with his spine to harvest his DNA, I guess. So now they gotta deal with Big Predator, in which guns just don't hurt the guy. He does have two big dogs, though. That was a really weird scene, though, when one dude comes and just plugs the dog Predator right there. Dog Predator was really vicious, now he's super nice dog. Like, did he take out a microchip in his brain? Like, what did that do? Lobotomize him, I guess, but he doesn't seem lobotomized. He just seems like a nice dog. He's playing fetch, he's bringing people grenades. But it's a comedy, so we're not supposed to think about that stuff, so let's just go on, I guess. So then you find out the smaller Predator, not the big one that's hunting them, but the little one who got killed by the Big Predator, he came here to give us a gift to help us. Because global warming, the Earth's dying, maybe the Predators just want to move in. In which case, the best way to fight off the Predators is to make this world kind of unlivable for them, which means fix our shit. But instead, we'll go ahead and settle for weapons. And that didn't make too much sense to me. Like, this Predator comes down, it's killing people the entire time, but he's the good guy. He cares, he wants to help humanity. Why wouldn't he just disarm people? Why wouldn't he shoot, like, guns out of their hands? Why would he just kill people? Kind of weird, this Predator's like, I'm here to help you. Because I love you. Merry Christmas. Here's a super suit. But it's a comedy, so we're not supposed to think about that stuff, so let's just go on, I guess. So going to the end, the little kid who has Asperger's, he's the one that the Predator, the super Predator, wants to take his DNA. He's like, that's the warrior. Like Olivia Munn said in the movie, we see things like that as disorders. Maybe they're not disorders. Maybe they're the next stage of human evolution. Evolution, by and large, is a series of mistakes that's led us here. We can't grip branches with our feet. What a mistake. Yet here we are. So I actually really like that. That's a deep philosophical discussion this movie's begging to have. So then they crash the ship, blow the limbs off a big predator, and main guy's like, "What the hell are you?" or something like that. He delivers the line. And he goes, "Shut the fuck up." Bam, 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 bam. I was like, well, he was answering your question. What? I literally thought,
That's just lazy writing.
I don't know, it just makes him seem like kind of a knucklehead. I guess he's supposed to be kind of a knucklehead. But then it just fades to black and it's over. And it just came across as anticlimactic. But then we get the next scene, which is the end scene, which I'm pretty sure are the reshoots we heard about. They open the Predator's gift, and it's a little thing that latches onto a dude's arm and creates a super Predator suit so we can fight Predators, I guess. It reminded me of a toy I had when I was young. It was an alien toy, like from Aliens. And it was a person, you snap all these bits on them, and then they're actually like a big robotic version of aliens so they can fight aliens. It was just like that, only for Predators. But I was like, what the fuck did I just watch? Like, I feel like a toy company was like, we need a toy, but it needs to be new. Like, everyone has Predator toys now. Everyone has Marine toys. We need something else. Make a Predator toy like that alien toy from the 90s. We're good. You know, Hot Toys just chiseling away like, fuck yeah. Then the movie ends, and that's the Predator. And to elaborate on a point I brought up in my review of The Predator, I threw out that movies are more funny now, and The Predator is a funny movie because MCU movies are funny, which I guess just offended the fuck out of a few people because Shane Black always makes funny movies. Maybe just thought I was full of shit because Shane Black makes funny movies. I know Shane Black makes funny movies. That actually speaks to the point that they hired a funny director to direct a Predator movie, but the question is why? I don't think it's too far-fetched to hypothesize a causality. Other movies, franchises, and studios have more humor interjected in their entertainment because possibly it works for the MCU. I think it's a fair question, a fair proposal, and I'm more leaning towards that's probably why it's happening. So it's a connection that I see, but that's just me looking in from the outside. I don't know, I'm not there in the board meetings, the pitch meetings, the writers meeting. I just don't want to live in a world where every movie's a funny ass movie now. I don't need jokes and everything. I love chocolate syrup. I'm not going to put chocolate syrup on everything. I guess food metaphors are my thing, but we all understand food, and that's just an easy connection to make for me. Some humor works in most movies, like I've said before. Some humor, some deflection that just keeps things human, because life has humor in it. More humor works for some movies and some franchises. Take the MCU, for example. It works there. It's fine. It's fun. Making every character a comedian, I just don't think works for a Predator movie. In the end, this movie, I don't hate it. Might be a little more enjoyable with a drink. The things that irritated me in the movie, some could call them nitpicks. I call them observations. Helps me quantify myself as less douchey than I probably am in real life. All right, so again, I'll ask you, The Predator, have you seen it? What did you think about it? And what do you think about movies adopting humor into their franchises, into their movies? Let me know if you see what I see, or maybe you see things a little differently. Suppose we'll run into a bit of a chicken and the egg scenario the more we think about it, go down the rabbit hole, but well, those are fun to contemplate too. But whatever you think, comment below, let me know. And as always, if you like what you've seen here and you want to see more, click right here to see more.